Hello, and welcome to Two Falls, or as the, I cannot remember exactly which indigenous language this is, but do forgive me, I'm going to try to pronounce this as best as I can. Nishu Tukwachina, I believe, is the indigenous name for this game. Which should mean Two Falls, if I'm remembering things correctly. I know it says continue. That's because when I was trying to get audio to work, I accidentally clicked, not realizing it was going into a game. So I haven't gotten anywhere. It was an accidental game creation. But yeah, so this game came out not that long ago. Actually, let me look up exactly when it came out. Because I can promise you, I got this game as soon as I could. Because when I had heard about it, I wanted to play it immediately. November 8th of just a few months ago, November 8th of 2024. So the thing about this game, this is created by Unstable Narrative, I think. God damn it. Yeah. Okay, hold it. Let me bring this up so I can give you the actual information. There we go. Okay, not unstable. Unreliable. I do apologize. My brain's all over the place today. But yeah. So this game is by Unreliable Narrators. Published by Unreliable Narrators and Indie Asylum. The whole thing about this game is this is an indigenously created game. Similar to how Never Alone was created by a group of indigenous peoples, Two Falls is also created by a indigenous studio to tell their stories, to tell their history, to give a view, a window into very many aspects of things. I know a bit about the game. I've not watched any playthroughs. So I personally do not know what's exactly in store. What I do know is we will be getting the perspective of events and a story from two different people. An indigenous man and a French woman coming over to Canada. It's 17th century, and it's basically to help bring in, you know, again, other perspectives, other viewpoints, a story that a lot of people haven't had a chance to hear. It is on Steam. You can find it there. Again, this is a small studio indie game. As I've been saying with SAG-AFTRA, you know, support your voice actors, support your creatives, pay your people. I can guarantee you this studio has definitely done that from what I've heard about it, from how they've spoken about it. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion for this game. There's a lot to this game. So go and check it out. Go get it on Steam. I don't know if it's available on any consoles, but you know, if you look, you can definitely find out there. But all right, let's go ahead and get into this.
In France, they called us Filles du Roi, daughters of the king. Most of us came here to start over, to live new lives, better lives, far from Europe's cruelty.
Oh my gosh, he's a puppy. He's a puppy.
All I found was death.
We shook your puppy.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy.
Did you drag me back to shore? Where's everyone else? Oh no. Hélène? Hélène, where are you? Thérèse! That's right. We can't be the only ones. We can't be. Come on, boy. Let's look for survivors. Did you find something? The captain's eau de vie. Your owner must be close.
No. Woman, you're the owner now.
Almost empty. Was he drinking when the storm hit?
Probably.
Here, can you pick up the captain's scent? Ugh, that reeks. Can't believe sailors fought over this. Forget it. Let's just keep looking. Is anyone out there? It's me, Jeanne!
Jeanne. Okay. Open codex. Jean, and I'm hoping we'll get to hear how to pronounce his name properly, but at my best guess, Maikon. But yeah, those are the two main characters you play in this game, is Jean and Maikon. But again, I'm probably mispronouncing that. Hopefully we'll get to him this playthrough, or this part session, whatever you want to call it, and we'll actually get the actual pronunciation of his name. Recruiters warned us life in Nouvelle-France wouldn't be easy, but I probably mispronounced it because I may be French, but I do not speak French. I do not parler français. Recruiters wouldn't be easy, but I couldn't imagine it being worse than Europe. I lost my family at 5, survived in the streets of La Rochelle alone until the convent took me in. I found God during my time there, and he gave me purpose as a caretaker who could work for the good of others. But my actions would never make a real difference, not with France ruled the way it was. That's why, even though King Louis sent us here to marry and have children, I came to make the new world a better place while carrying the will of God within me. I just hope he still hears my prayers now that I'm so far from home. Historical facts. Oh. Okay, this is cool. And as I've stated before in previous games can be a good way to educate so long as that is the game's intention. You should always, though, fact check things. Go through, actually look it up, research it. Don't just let this be the only form of education. Use games as a jumping off point to find more education, to better and deepen your understanding of what is supposed to be taught. Again, that's if games are intending to be educational. This game is in fact intending to be educational. So anything that's learned here, like I said, use as a jumping off point to dig deeper and gain a better understanding of the history that's being spoken of here. In the mid 1600s, France's unmarried men outnumbered women at a rate of 15-1, a disparity which severely stifled the colony's growth. To remedy the situation, King Louis XIV began recruiting Fédoraux. I cannot, again, to the French people. I do not speak French. Please forgive the butchering of the language. Fédoraux literally daughters of the king. These unmarried, common-born women, typically orphans or young widows living in poverty, were recruited with the purpose of marrying colonists and bearing many children. Although life was arduous across the sea and rules for displacement strict, the New World promised them better lives than Europe would ever offer. Each exported daughter was given a free trousseau of, I'm guessing that's how that's pronounced, for clothing, ship fare, and even a wedding dowry. As a result of this practice, over 200 young women immigrated in only 30 years, quickly rectifying the colony's birth rates. Huh. Capitan. A playful, cuddly dog I met aboard the ship to Nouvelle-France, formerly owned by the Intrépide's captain. I didn't get along with most of the girls I was traveling with, but I certainly got along with this little guy. There's a neurodivergent comment there somewhere, or at least an introverted comment there somewhere. I don't get along with people, but animals. Come here, puppy. It's probably because we both shared this sort of pure, optimistic excitement to see the new world's wilderness. He's smart, even for a trained dog. What's that supposed to mean? And I often get the impression he understands my every word. Although I never learned his real name, he still comes running every time I shout Capitan. I wonder if it's because he thinks I'm calling out to his owner? Historical facts. An energetic breed with a telltale tricolor coat of fur, the first English shepherds were the results of combining various collie breeds found across the British Isles. Their keen hearing, high stamina, extreme intelligence, and ease of training made English shepherds popular pets among North America's first colonists, who kept them as watchdogs, herders, ratters, hunting partners, and of course, loving companions. Though they are known to bond strongly with their owners, English shepherds require near constant stimuli to keep their enthusiasm high and their minds sharp. Or their minds sharps. One could assume the cramped confines of a ship led Capitan to form a fast friendship with the exuberantly curious Jean. St. Catherine's Bay. The site of the Intrépide's fateful accident and the place where I first set foot in New France is what I'm thinking that actually means translated to English. I used to think the New World would look like something out of a fairy tale, but my first nights on that beach felt like something that crawled straight out of my nightmares. The stony shores were sharp as fangs, and the winds loud as distant screams. Worse yet, every time I peered into the forest, I swore I could see something moving in the shadows, stalking me, hunting me. Probably because it's a freaking... No, I'm not going to make that comment. Nope. I was about to make a cryptid comment, but I was like, yeah, nope. Just because we're that far north does not mean those creatures will actually be in this game, so let's see. Hunting me. I'm beginning to understand why the king's men paid for us to come here. Historical facts. A rocky beach framed by dense forests, one of the first treaties between French settlers and native nations occurred in this location. The former received land in exchange for providing military protection to the latter, and the alliance ended with the promising words, "Our sons shall marry your daughters, and then we shall be one people." The waters of this area were once rich with cod, beluga, and narwhal, which sparked the expansion of major French fishing industries in the late 1600s, though hunting excesses soon reduced the supply of freshwater fish to nearly nothing. A coastal village was built soon after these first fisheries were established, and it still exists to this day. The bay owes its name to the St. Catherine, a ship that sunk just off the coast in 1686.
Ugh, everything's gone rancid. What are we gonna do for food?
Pet the puppy! Pet the puppy! He's such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Alright.
Oh no.
Oh. Well, shit. Was I supposed to pet him again? Is he gonna come with? Do I pet him again? Was there a oh wait, nope, here we go.
This is a lens. But it's all... No. No. No, she can't be.
Probably is.
Our Lord who art in heaven, grant me courage to... My rosary. Where's my rosary? It has to be here. It has to be somewhere. It has to. God, please. Not this too. God. That's so much blood. I don't even want to think about what happened.
Oh, you gotten up and moved. Okay. I follow.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Anyone?
Oh,
You
look.
found him. He's gone.
Like I said, you're the owner now.
They're all gone.
Puppy.
Why, God? Why take them? Why leave me alone again? A Bible.
Some choices made along the character's journey will affect their outlook on the world. Oh no. Will indicate how it affects your character. Choose wisely and you will steer Jean's perception of the new world.
Lord, grant me courage to face this on my own and protect me from evil. Carry the lost to the land which you swore to their fathers, and give them peace. Amen.
Eh.
I know, boy. I know. Come on. We need to get help. I don't know how far Quebec is, but...
Quebec. Is it a bear? Is it a bar?
Easy.
Oh, it's probably wolves. It's something.
Something's out there.
It is something. Otoskak, heartland of the Innu people, 35 kilometers away. Ah!
The lands Innu call home are more than hunting grounds. They're bridges to our past. There, I walk the paths of my ancestors, track the same prey, cross the same rivers. But that day, the past felt distant. Something changed my home, scarred it, and I needed to know why. More frostbitten flowers.
Oh.
Wind's colder too.
Music is gorgeous.
Good. Still on the right trail. Whole forest feels off today. The animals must fear that chill in the air too.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Maybe great-grandfather was right. Maybe this cold really is driving the caribou away. But then, what drove this cold here? Huh? Sap hasn't thawed. This is recent. Need to be careful. Frost alone can't cause damage like this. Something else tore through here. Something big.
Bear. Calling it now, it's a bear. But not a normal bear. Or as the Irish call them, bear. Or beer.
No sign of Prince, though.
Is a spirit bear? Oh. Wait a minute. Hello.
Fresh tracks. 2 sets. But these weren't made by Innu moccasins. White men. Why are they here?
I like how when he's walking, you can hear, like, the bone beating and the jewelry and such that he's wearing, and I love it. I love that little audio bit.
Oh no! What have you done? What have you done to our home?
No use. The wood's too wet. Dead branches from the forest might work better. But... Lord, I pray for your protection. You are my hiding place. Under your wings, I find refuge.
Hey, found her! She's over here!
Protect me. Please. You're getting cold too, huh?
And cuddle the puppy!
Boy. I know, boy. I miss them too. At least we have each other.
You're actually petting the dog with the mouse. This is so cool.
I guess we... What's wrong?
I heard that.
What is that thing? Wait. Is it searching the wreckage?
Please don't tell me the
can't
joke
let it
I was
stand.
gonna make is actually a part of this game.
Come on.
Is she growing more manipulative?
Boy, no. Just stay, please.
Is that?
Please,
is that?
don't.
Is that? No, please don't lose the doggy.
No.
Did I lose the dog?
God, it's
Like
coming.
a fucking werewolf. What the fuck is that shit?
What do I do? God, I'm begging you. Don't let this happen. Please, please don't let me die.
What the? Jesus Christ.
Please tell me I'm not the only one
A
that
long way
thought that
from
looked like
home,
a
little lady.
Lugaroo. A werewolf. That was freaky as fuck. And I know that was on purpose because the game people did that, but
Good boy.
jeez.
Where are the others hiding?
There are no others. It's just us.
You serious? God damn it. So much for finding help. I take it you've been freezing all night, huh? You know how to sew, girl?
Huh?
Sewing. You know, with needles and thread and shit. Know how?
Yes, I do.
Finally, a bit of luck. So, I can't exactly take care of this on my own. But I can trade you a fire for a couple of stitches. Sound fair?
How do I know you'll keep your end of the bargain?
Easy. You don't. But unless you feel like waiting for someone else to show up, I suggest you make do with me.
And that's how I met Pierre. The man who saved my life. The man who started all of this.
A good friend once told me, never let fear or hate prevent understanding. But that day, I didn't want to understand.
And that's every human's mistake.
I wanted to wake up from a nightmare they created.
Alright, real quick before I continue. There's stuff in the codex for both. Alright, New Testament. The Holy Scripture of our Father, who art in heaven, which I found near the corpse of the Intrepides captain. When I hold this book tight, I somehow just know God can hear my every prayer, same as if I held my missing rosary. An old nun from the convent once punished me for peeking out of Bible's pages when I was young, saying it was blasphemy for women to read it. The mind of a lady will tarnish his guidance with false interpretation. I remember her screaming that while beating me with a leather strap. Hopefully his guidance will stop something like that from ever happening to me again. Historical facts. Based on translations of the Latin Vulgate, the New Testament is a revision to Christian biblical canon written back in 384 AD. Sorry about that. About the shaking, had to adjust. Together with the Old Testament, it was the first book produced by printing press, and by the 17th century was the most widely accessible book in the world. With the Renaissance bringing major religious reforms to Europe, personal ownership of holy texts became commonplace, as did unofficial interpretations or critiques of scriptures which had informed fundamental aspects of European society, ranging from marriage legislation to codes of civil conduct. The Church therefore enforced severe restrictions on who could legally read public editions of the Bible, to prevent commoners from questioning their widespread authority. Women who were often disadvantaged by religious edicts were at the very top of that list. Yeah, that's definitely not news to me. It's one of the things that I've always stated, is that while the religion in itself may be about love and companionship and kindness and treating others with kindness and love and all that other stuff, far too many people used it as a means of control. And because of that, they've done a lot of harm to how that religion is practiced and how it affects and interacts with the rest of the world and people. With, sadly, a not so loud, I would probably say, with interactions that I've had, about half of the people who claim to follow Christianity, about half of them are actually decent people who genuinely practice the religion, while the other half are like the very people that the historical facts part speaks about. It sucks. It really does. And to quote many people, this is why we can't have nice things. Let's see. Jean's Lullaby. Mother always said I learned to sing long before I learned to speak. I'm inclined to believe that, if only because I remember her singing this tune to me every night before bed. She changed the lyrics every night too, though. Maybe to keep it interesting for me. Maybe because she never knew what the right words were to begin with. It was my father who first heard this song back when he worked at La Rochelle's ports alongside foreign sailors. If it came from overseas, that would explain why no one else at the convent had ever heard it. Regardless, the song always felt special to me. It always gave me courage and comfort when I needed it most, even though Dad said it was supposed to be a very sad song. I never really thought of it that way until the day he died. Historical facts. Presumably originating from the Åland Islands, a Swedish-speaking region of Finland located in the Baltic Sea. The lullaby Jean sings was initially a folk song known as, oh dear God, you're gonna fucking I'm gonna butcher this as well. Vinkansegla Förutan Vind. Probably fucking butchered the fuck out of that. I do apologize. This name literally translates to "who can sail without wind." Its modern French and English renditions were written circa 1909, but it is estimated that the first translations date back to the Renaissance era. These translations were potentially inaccurate, as it remains unclear even today whether the song was first intended as a lullaby or a sailor's shanty. Other interpretations even frame it as a call-and-response tune, a dirge, or a composition intended for an operatic choir. As a result, each version's lyrics vary considerably, with its main themes even alternating between baking, war, or life at sea. However, each and every version shares one unifying motif: the sorrow of losing a loved one. Great-grandfather always told me that the ways of the Innu are founded on respect and shared knowledge, not just of the territory we inhabit or the lessons passed down by our ancestors, but of each other. No matter the hardship faced or the harm done, forgiveness will teach better lessons than hatred and keep our home a place of beauty, of peace, or of beauty, of life. I don't know why peace came to mind. Oh, yeah. Like I said, my brain's everywhere right now, and I do apologize for that. Okay, forgiveness will teach better lessons than hatred and keep our home a place of beauty, of life. I believe in those lessons. I truly do. I just worry they won't be enough to let me trust the white men. I have seen what they are capable of, felt the pain they've caused my home, shed tears over the wounds they left, and I need to do everything in my power to stop more of those tears from flowing. Historical facts. Hailing from Quebec, the Quebec-Labrador area, Innu are nomadic hunter-gatherers with deep spiritual ties to their territory and an affinity for humor in their stories. This trait led to anthropologist Serge Bouchard to call them the laughing people, although the word Innu actually means free man in their native tongue. Traditional Innu life relies on a cycle of travel that matches the cycle of seasons. In autumn, they stock up on lard and meat by hunting bears as they track caribou. In winter, they hunt caribou for food, clothes, tools, and more. Come spring, they head back south to gather with other families, feasting on migrating geese and salmon while they travel. Finally, summers are for celebration. Fresh fruit is abundant, weddings are held, and supplies for fall are gathered. Great-grandfather. I wouldn't be who I am today without great-grandfather's teachings. As medicine man, he taught me where to look for plants that will soothe nausea and fevers, how to prepare them in concoctions, or thank Mother Earth for providing what we need. As a former hunter, he taught me how to build my first knife, how to track down or skin caribou, and why we ought to honor every creature that provides us food. As a storyteller, he taught me connections to our history, tales that formed my morals, and ways to laugh when life is hardest. We may not be related, but he still treated me like family, same as everyone else back home. And that is why all of us, young and old alike, call him our great-grandfather. Historical facts. Though their exact responsibilities vary from culture to culture, elders play integral roles regarding the preservation and prosperity of indigenous communities. They act not only as healers, leaders, or spiritual guides, but also as keepers of ancestral knowledge and transmitters of oral history, allowing traditional practices and values to endure throughout generations. Much of what we know today regarding Native North American culture survived colonial epidemics, erasure, and ethnocide thanks to the efforts of such elders. One thing to note is that elders can be of any gender and are not necessarily elderly, merely esteemed figures who carry significant wisdom in their respective fields. In modern days, even younger activists, artists, or historians may be regarded as elders, as their work contributes to the continued preservation of a nation's values and intergenerational solidarity. Well, I just learned something new. Cool. And again, I'm going to use this as a jumping off point to do more research, but cool. Totaska or Todasak. Todos. Tadosak. I will say I am trying. I am trying very hard right now to try to pronounce this, because I know it's the way things are spelt or written aren't necessarily phonetically like that. But anyway, the place my family calls home and the path to our ancestral hunting grounds. Its name means bosom. Bosom means bosom. I just failed at English just there. And we call it this way because of two round hills on its western coast, a fitting name for these fertile lands where Mother Earth nourishes us all. Here, ice from winter fjords travels downriver, and we harpoon the seals that rest upon it. Here we hunt geese returning home in spring, following the water to hunt autumn caribou up north. Here I follow the paths my ancestors have walked and forge new ones for those who will outlive me. Here the white men have settled, begun their trades, built their colonies. With each passing year, we feel their presence stretch a little further, and Mother Earth's bosom nourishes us less and less. Also known as Tadoussac, the first trading post in New France was established here back in 1599. Founders hoped this prime location at the confluence of the Saguenay and St. Lawrence rivers, the intersection of many native territories, would greatly benefit the fur trade. However, rugged land, fierce winters, and frequent attacks by hostile Haudenosaunee forces proved too severe for most European settlers. As a result, French commerce would not flourish until several decades later, though exchanges between Innu, Mi'kmaq, and Maliseet I'll have to look that up later for a pronunciation, and other native nations remain prosperous throughout. Today, Tadoussac is a rural village surrounded by conservation areas and untouched wilderness. Tourists come from across the world to visit the fjords upriver, watch whales return to the sea, or discover indigenous traditions. Okay, we can get back to this now. Make sure I didn't miss anything over here.
Oh, that stench. Rotting meat?
Did they not take the whole thing? Why didn't they take the whole thing?
No!
That's a dog. I think. Yeah.
I'd seen death before. But this was
No,
something
that's a
else.
wolf? That's a
Something worse.
Labrador wolf. Great-grandfather once told me that the wolves of Tadoussac are unlike those from the west. They hunt in larger packs, are hardier than other breeds, and better suited to the cold, rugged terrain of our homeland. Though we do not hunt them, they remain a sacred part of our home, and their lives deserve the same respect as any Innu persons. That, he says, is why my parents named me after them, so that I may share their resilience, their sense of community, and never forget how important my homeland is to me. The moment I saw the white wolf's butchered remains, it just had to be a white wolf, didn't it? I couldn't help but worry that part of myself died alongside it. From the she-wolf who nursed the Roman twins, Remus and Romulus, to the Cree tale which describes the battle between negative and positive emotions as two wolves fighting within us. These large carnivorous canines have countless myths associated to them and just as many subspecies found across the globe. The Labrador wolf, in particular, is a genus native to the Tadoussac region. Considerably larger than most North American breeds, their grizzled furs range in color from dark gray to stark white, helping them blend into their rocky, wintry environments. Much like the Innu themselves, they mainly subsist on caribou, which they hunt in large groups, isolating targets before circling them, biting at their hindquarters until they are too hurt to flee or fight. Nowadays, the species is listed as endangered, both due to urbanization and dwindling caribou populations. That sucks. To those who might be completely new to me and have or aren't aware of this aspect, I am a huge supporter of wolf conservation. of wolf sanctuaries, things like that, making sure wolves do not die out in North America. They are of vital importance to the ecosystems that they are from. They need to be brought back. And it's just too many have died out. And honestly, it terrifies me that, like many other species and many other animals that have been extinguished due to human activity, wolves are going to be following a similar path soon. And that is the last thing I ever want to see, because they are beautiful, amazing animals. Yes, dangerous, because any wild animal is dangerous, but they are needed for a stable ecosystem. And if we don't have a stable ecosystem, we, those who are very much living in urban areas, are not going to have food. We're not going to have our bees to help pollinate the food. We're not going to have what it is we need for us to survive. We need a stable ecosystem. We need stable environments. They probably got hunted for their pelts. What? Why are you not doing the thing? But I read you. Okay, there we go.
I could taste his agony amid the stench, see it in his eyes. His spirit was crying out in pain, begging to be freed from that decaying prison.
What the hell, man?
His
Yeah.
snow white fur had been hacked off, not skinned. His remains were gaunt, like he'd been starving. Yet the white man hadn't eaten a single scrap of him. It felt as if his killers wanted to hurt him, even in death.
This is also why we don't have any wolves in Ireland and England, because there used to be wolves there.
Forgive me, Wolf. I wish I could give you the peace they failed to. Great-grandfather may know how to slow your rot, but... Huh?
What was that? Yeah, same thing. Ireland and UK, they used to have wolves. Japan used to have wolves. I do not want to see wolves being... Like, most of France used to have wolves, and then they had the whole werewolf fear thing going on, and that they literally paid people to exterminate en masse.
The white man's camp.
Where? I'm not seeing. Oh, is that it? Oh, it was right there. It was blending in. Did they get got?
He's... dead.
Did he get... He got. Who got him? What got him?
He froze to death, but... it wasn't slow or gradual. More like he was mauled by cold.
Bear! I'm telling you, bear!
I'm sorry. You don't deserve this any more than the wolf does. A hunter told me white men do this to help the dead rest. I hope it makes your journey easier. That's odd. His moccasins are gone. Stripped bare and left behind, just like the wolf. Someone else was here, and he robbed this man. Why? What kind of mantush defiles his brother instead of burying him? Still a few embers. Fire's been out for a day, at most. The other man left a lot of supplies behind. Probably because he had to. A tanning rack. Must have been used for the wolf's fur. But it's gone now. Likely taken by the other man. He looted the camp, left his friend's body laying here, and ran off with the white wolf's hide. Now then, where did he go? Prints are deep, spaced far apart. He ran.
Yeah, it's because someone was chasing.
Left behind some belongings, but no sign of the white belt. Still, for him to just drop all this? Fresh blood. Froze before it could dry. It's just like what killed the dead man. Great-grandfather was right. Our elders once spoke of a winter spirit who lashes out when nature is defiled. Should its anger go unappeased, frigid weather would follow, causing countless deaths. I had to find the one who did this, retrieve the white fur he had stolen, lay the dishonored wolf to rest, and fast. Or else, the coming winter would be my people's last.
No, that's caused by cannibalism. So what is this?
The other girls told me stories about men like him. Called them swashbuckling heroes. Men who could conquer the new world's wilds and beasts. But well, my first impression of Pierre was that he was a wild beast.
That's not normally a good impression.
All done. Don't strain or the stitches might break.
Much obliged. Still can't believe you thought I was a werewolf, though.
I thought you were a werewolf.
Anyone would be scared if they saw a giant brute skulking in the dark like that.
Relax. I'm just teasing. Still, after hearing that story, you're luckier to be alive than I thought. You, have my condolences, though. Lost a friend myself not long ago. I know it ain't easy. For what it's worth.
Thank you. I know they're at peace in his kingdom now. But none of them deserve this.
New World's a harsh place, Jan. Lots out here can kill. And ain't much will warn you before trying. My line of work taught me that, at least.
You make it sound like you came close to dying.
I have. More than once. Fur traders like me learn not to take nature lightly, and fast. 'Cause if it ain't bears or locals that get you, it'll be bad weather or plain old hunger. And these days, I can't shake the feeling there's something else out there too. Sooner I'm back in Quebec, sooner I sleep with both eyes closed.
You're headed for Quebec? Oh, thank you, God! This is perfect. You can take me with you.
You kidding? No way in hell I'm doing that. Hike from here to Quebec takes weeks, woman. And I'm already lugging twice the load I oughta. Having you to worry about on top of that would be a goddamn death sentence.
Do you have any idea what you're saying? I won't survive here all alone.
Shipment of soldiers, Carignan Salier or some shit, ought to sail by here in about a week. Wreckage this size is easy to spot. So signal them clearly. They'll probably stop to sail you home.
Probably? You want me to wait here alone, on the off chance the military maybe stops to help me? If they don't stop, I'll die, Pierre.
Look, I get your point, but it's still safer here than out there, okay?
Oh yeah? Then stay with me. We can both take the ship home.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Why not?
Why doesn't matter. Point is, you can't come with me. End of story.
Are you trying to use me as bait?
Beg pardon?
You said the woods weren't normal. Like something in there was stalking you. And you're asking me to stay here, even though something like that is out there. If you're not trying to abandon me so I get eaten first, it doesn't show.
I know you're scared, but your odds won't be better by coming with me. There's carnivores out there, Jeanne. Iroquois, lawbreakers, you name it. There's too many things I can't protect you from, especially when I can barely protect myself. Stay here, and there's a chance you die, yeah. But come with me, and you're sure to die.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
All the more reason not to take a risk and find out.
What if I say no and follow you anyway? You can't exactly stop me from trying, can you?
You really want to test my patience, little lady? 'Cause I don't got much left.
Funny. I don't have much patience left either. And you won't like what happens when mine runs out.
You threatening me?
No. I'm warning you. If you leave me here, you might have a nasty surprise back in Quebec. Let's say, hypothetically, I do what you say. I stay here, hail the Carignan-Salier regiment, and sail with them to the colonies. What do you think I'll say when they ask how I ended up here all by myself?
You wouldn't dare.
You leave me here? And I tell everyone a barbaric traitor pillaged our ship and left me stranded. You won't be able to set foot near Quebec, let alone sell furs. And if the regiment's as likely to help as you say, your odds probably aren't good. So, want to take that risk? Or feel like taking me with you now?
You little...
Good dog. Good boy.
You were right, little lady. I had no goddamn clue what you were capable of. You sure as shit didn't make friends tonight, girl. But at least you made a deal. Just keep close and do what I say. If you don't, you'll have to make it without me.
Got it.
You better hit the hay. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. And this'll be a cold night. Gotta make both count if we plan on making it to Quebec before either get colder.
Colder than this?
Yep.
Welcome to Canada.
Come winter, that whole river's gonna be frozen solid. End to end.
Great.
Here. Friend of mine bagged this one. Always said he'd rather own fur this white than sell it, but
Oh, I was
well,
wondering.
he ain't around no more. So someone may as well put it to use for him.
Why is he no longer around?
This is the most expensive pelt I've got, girl. And unlike him, I plan on making good money off it. You keep it safe, I keep you safe. Got it?
Got it.
Why'd you kill your friend? Why'd you kill your friend? Loving the music. Absolutely loving it. Oh, that was episode 1. Usitaquachin. Is it Usi or Ushi? Usitaquachin. Alright, let's get into this. I'll do more codex stuff by myself. Maybe. We'll see. St. Lawrence River. 3 days after discovering the White Wolf's remains.
Good. These are definitely his tracks. Seems he headed for the bay. I'll be back soon, great-grandfather. Whoa. That's too big to be an narwhal corpse. What happened here? Looks like the marks our hunters leave when they drag caribou through snow. But whoever did this was dragging something else. The more I looked, the less I believed my eyes. It wasn't a rotting whale, but a rotting canoe, big as a shop at one. In my mind, something that big shouldn't even float, let alone break. I wished I could have done something, anything, to give the dead peace. But I don't think anyone could have, not alone.
Well, apparently they lost their riz. They say white man can't jump. Well, apparently white man don't got riz either. Or at least not these white men.
Another campfire. Still a few embers. The thief didn't leave long ago. Didn't leave alone either. Too small to be a wolf. Maybe a coyote. Why would one come this close to a fire? These tracks aren't his. Too slender. Different kind of moccasins. A woman, maybe? Maybe they had something to do with what got dragged off the beach.
I want to check over here real quick. Cause I didn't have much chance to explore the beach yet, and oh, there's stuff over here.
Huh. Never seen voles like these before.
Those are rats.
Maybe they came here on the white man's boat.
Those are rats. They're not voles. You
No
wish
telling
they
if
were
they're
voles.
safe to eat, but at least they look harmless.
Say that to the New York people. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous.
Some kind of pendant. Maybe the wolf killer dropped it? I'm still not sure why I chose to keep that thing. Maybe I was tired of seeing things left to rot. Is this glass? Wow, it's smooth as polished bone. What a waste to keep something so disgusting inside something so beautiful. What's this? Almost looks like painted tree bark. But I can't tell if this is supposed to be a person or a spirit. Well, best not leave it lying around. Last thing I need is another spirit's grudge.
You know, there are times where it's like, I gotta wonder how things would have been seen and stuff.
Blood soaked so deep it practically dyed the wood. Such strange texture. What kind of animal hide did they make this from?
It- Okay. I believe I explored all the beach.
Wait, is that a white man's grave? Barely a day old. Did he dig it? If so, maybe I misjudged him? I mean, he did take the wolf's pelt, but
Hide.
fur traders, just like the ones I found back home. Maybe they know something about the thief I'm after. There's a chance they're not all bad, and I could use the help. Excuse me! You there! I come in peace! They're trying to kill me!
Hard lesson a lot of people gotta learn.
I have to.
I like how we're hearing French.
You can come out. My partners will not shoot again.
He speaks Innu?
These men mistook you for a grave robber. If you come out and agree to speak with me, I'll convince them you mean no harm. You have my word.
Do we trust or do we not?
Oh, monsieur. C'est un enfant.
Thank you for your trust. Now, why don't we give this greeting another try?
Noticing the shirt.
Tout ce qui avait de valeur a déjà été pris.
All this for a white pelt? Quite the unbelievable journey, my gun.
Mike-kun.
Unbelievable. As in, you don't believe me?
I mean, your winter spirit sounds different from the one I've heard of. But I can't deny the cold. And I don't know many Innu who'd come this far just to lie. Still, your name means wolf, and you're after a wolf's pelt? Quite the coincidence. Come with me.
Tehon.
Let's see. If your
Tehon was
poacher was
that
heading
stuff.
west, he probably plans to sell the fur at Quebec.
He butchered that animal just to line his pockets?
Most likely. Frenchmen pay good money for white pelts like that. Once sold, getting it back will be impossible.
No! If even worse happens to the wolf's remains, the spirit will...
Breathe, my gun. His tracks were fresh. He can't be that far. Give us a moment to finish up and we'll set off together. All right?
Wait, you want me to come with you?
Of course. We're heading west too. And traveling as a group is always safer. What do you say?
I can't. I'm sorry.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Let's continue our talk in private. I won't try to change your mind. But there's something you should know about them. And it could save Innu lives.
Huh?
Je pars dire adieu à notre ami. Je reviens bientôt.
I don't know what else I'd be doing besides reading codex stuff, so...
So, what's this something I need to know?
Got your attention, eh? Let me ask you something. Why would you rather travel by yourself than be near their kind?
Those people, their actions make no sense. And that scares me.
Well, once you learn some French and get to know them a little...
I don't want to get to know them. What the poacher did to that wolf should never make sense. Not to anyone. And I'm afraid getting to know them could somehow make me think it does.
My name? Tehon Wastasta. It means he who stands tall. Always liked that name. Made me believe I could weather anything for my people's sake. But they just call me Tehon.
Do they have trouble pronouncing your full name?
That's part of the reason, probably. But see, the thing is... Other Wendat call me Tehon, too, nowadays.
Your own... Why?
Because I preach my people's values while wearing a white man's skin. Some see that as a dangerous compromise.
Don't you work with these traders to help your people?
I do indeed, but things are a little more complicated than that. Us Wendat were once tens of thousands strong, thriving through alliances with other nations. We thought white men should be such allies to help us grow and fight back Haudenosaunee. But their greed caused plagues and famines, destroyed nations and families, brothers and sisters. The ones in black robes did even worse.
Priests.
That's why many Wendat loathe the fact that we still work with them. But we do it to survive.
I can't blame your people for feeling conflicted about this.
Neither can I. That's why I do all this. Guiding, translating, promoting commerce. It lets me keep avarice in check and fur trades fair, all while preserving Wendat values. Not a perfect solution, obviously, but it lets me stand tall for my people. And I'd rather struggle doing that than suffer doing nothing. It's easy to let fear get the better of us when it comes to them. But sometimes protecting our people means learning to understand, not learning to fight. Be sure to remember that once you find this poacher.
Learning to understand can save the Innu. Thank you, Dehon Wastasta. I did need to hear that.
My pleasure, friend. That said, there is one exception. Some white men are beyond understanding.
What makes them so different?
They wear long black robes with cross-shaped pendants. And trusting them can be fatal.
Cross-shaped?
And I'm not sure they can be understood. Best keep away from anyone bearing that symbol.
You mean like this?
Where did you get that?
On the beach. I thought it might be the fur thieves.
You need to be very careful, my gun. The person you're pursuing may be more dangerous than you realize.
When really it's the woman, and she can probably end up being more dangerous. It's really interesting how the choices you're making is actually not infecting, but affecting the dialogue and how the story is progressing.
I learned two things from traveling with Pierre. First is that he wasn't exactly a good man. Second is that it didn't take a good man to be a good teacher.
What's the holdup?
I found supper. See? Chanterelle. If only we had butter, we could...
Those ain't chanterelle. You see that glow? That means they're toxic. So don't eat them, unless you want to beg God to end the bloodiest runs of your life.
Ew.
Oh, how did you learn that?
Personal experience. Anyway, come on. I think there's a good place to set up camp ahead.
Where's Capitan? Oh, there he is.
Why are all these trees rotting?
Kapitan, come on.
Yeah, this should do. What do you think, boy? You like this spot? Yeah, of course you do.
That's signs of a landslide. I don't think this is a safe spot. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I'm used to sea being crouch. Alrighty.
What a day. How much longer till Quebec?
At this rate, a few more weeks, maybe a month.
I pray to Christ himself and God our Father, who loved us. By your grace, give us eternal encouragement and good hope. Strengthen
Why do you
our...
keep doing that?
Excuse me?
You know how to read, don't you? So why is it you never open that Bible?
I don't want to read it, Pierre. I just need a substitute for the rosary I lost. And this is all I have.
Oh, bullshit. Girl like you'd get her knuckles whipped raw just for touching that book back in France. Now you've got a golden opportunity to read it cover to cover, and you don't even care.
Well, maybe I'm a little curious, but it's still sacrilege for women to read this. And no matter how inspiring God's words are, they aren't worth sinning over, are they?
Only one way to find out, ain't there? Anyway, enough dawdling. We ain't done the day yet. I'll hack us some firewood. You get us birch branches for kindling. Should be some over there.
You want me to go alone? I can't. I need you to...
Jesus Christ, Jen. Just because we made a deal doesn't make me a goddamn butler. So, either get your shit together and learn to pull your weight, or piss off. I'm making myself clear.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Can't believe the way Pierre treats me sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you did
And
blackmail
what's with him trying to make me read the Bible? Sure, it's tempting, but... My feet are killing me. I need a break. Might as well finish my prayer. I pray to Christ himself and God, our Father who loved us. By your grace, give us... It really is quiet out here. Maybe I can take one look. Just to make sure he hears me.
There we go.
Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. This is a sign. He really is watching over me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. We better hurry. He'll throw a fit if he finishes before we do.
What am I? Fuck am I hearing? Oh, the tree. Fucking hell, that scared me. Because I think it's a tree. Pet the puppy. Pet the puppy.
What are these?
Oh,
Almost looks like deer tracks. But do
Moose?
deer get this big?
either elk or moose.
Not sure I want to find out.
Meese. It's a big group of meese. Nope, I was right, it's moose. Oh, is that what the grunting is? Maybe not.
These should do the trick.
Hey, you done yet?
Almost! Come on, boy. Let's head back before he... I'm fine! I just... I'll have to look for another way back!
Make it quick. Don't like the looks of it.
It's so cold all of a sudden. Hey! Wait up! Boy?
Yeah, let me...
Frozen solid. How is that even possible?
Okay, now I run.
Capitaine! Can you hear me? What in the world? Oh God!
That's an elk.
Captain! that you? Pierre! Pierre!
Christ, there you are. The hell happened out there?
I don't know. All of a sudden there was this mist and...
Shit, did it follow me?
Follow? What do you mean?
You need to run. Fast and far as you can. Hide somewhere and wait. I'll find
But
you.
what about...
There's no time. Either jump or I push you. Now, woman!
Oh, so my earlier joke was actually going to be appropriate. Oh, great.
Hey! Wait for me! Capitaine! Lord, I beg of you. You can't let me die. Oh no!
Ooh. Ah. Woo! Whoo! Damn! That was a fall! Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here, cause holy shit! Was that okay? What I was going on about earlier, like here, was like going like, wait, was the joke I was about to make actually what's going on here? Are we about ready to deal with the windy nope? Is that the winter spirit that they're dealing with here? Is the windy nope? That's terrifying. I have some kind of understanding of what that being is, and that is terrifying. Oh, anyway, I will catch you guys next week. And as I said before, if you want to get this game yourself, if you want to support the studio, if you want to support this project, make sure you get it. It is in Steam. But holy crap, I cannot wait to continue this. I will catch y'all next time. Have an awesome day.